Like Byron just said, we are kicking off the first official day of summer today. And though the sun is hiding this morning, right, been a little elusive, there are plenty of sunny days ahead.
Oh, yeah. So whether you're headed to the beach or planning on being outside over the next few months, you must be prepared. And with that in mind, you might want to stock up on some sunscreen and think about protection. So dermatologist Dendy Engelman is here to really separate the facts from the fiction. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So let's talk about fact and fiction, all right, and separate them. The higher the SPF, the better.
Well, you know, the American Academy of Dermatology recommends an SPF of 30 or higher.
Okay.
When I talk to my patients about, do we need 50, do we need 100, the reality is, in the studies, we'd never apply the amount in practicality that they do when they're testing the SPF.
Right.
So I take a rule of thumb, divide whatever's on the bottle, divide it by 2, and that's about what you're getting. So in that line of thinking, the higher the better.
Okay.
And so, you know what, we don't need to squabble. It's not like it's twice the price if it's twice the SPF.
Right.
So you might as well go higher in order to convey more protection, and the newest studies are actually substantiating that.
Okay.
All right, so another thought out there is if you have dark skin, you don't really need sunscreen. Is that true?
That is not true. That is a myth, and although there is more innate protection because they have a higher melanin content in their skin, they still can get skin cancer in the darker skin types. So everybody needs to protect.
Like Bob Marley, right?
Exactly. He died of melanoma, little known fact.
All right, so let's talk about some of the products you have here.
Yes.
Let's start with SPF pills.
Yes.
Do they work? Do they not work? Recommended or not?
I love the concept of them. It would be so great if we could take a pill and not have to slather all this SPF on ourselves or our little babies at home. But the reality is, at this point, the formulations are only really conveying about an SPF of 4. So great as an adjuvant if you want to have extra protection, but they cannot replace your sun protective measures of sunscreen, sunglasses, sun hats.
All right. All right, so what do you have over here? This is Cetaphil?
So Cetaphil is such a tried and true brand that dermatologists love. And I love this SPF because it has an SPF of 50, and it's a physical blocker. It has titanium dioxide in it, which is really good. It's sitting on the skin and protecting it, and it gives you an SPF of 50. But the thing that's nice, unlike the zinc and titanium of the old days that we used to think gave you that white sheen,
it's pasty.
It's really cosmetically elegant. It goes right into the skin, and so this is a drugstore brand. Great price point. Not going to break the bank, but gives you an SPF of 50, which is fantastic.
Do you recommend wearing that every day?
I do.
Okay.
I do, because you know a lifetime of sun exposure, even if it's 15 minutes a day, really adds up.
All right, so Proactive has something for everybody?
Proactive has something now, and this is an SPF of 30, and this I love for people who are acne prone, because a lot of people don't wear sunscreen because they're worried it's going to break them out. And so Proactive now has this line, which is great, gives an SPF of 30, and allows for sun protection, but not going to be comedogenic, meaning clogging pores.
For somebody like me who has oily skin.
Yes.
Right?
And this next one?
So I love this brand. It's out of Europe. It's called aaf8 actinica, which is a mouthful, but it has SPF 50, and it's 11% zinc. And again, the formula is so nice as far as it rubbing right into the skin, and it also has a DNA repair enzyme. So anything that gets through, it's actually correcting. So this is a new frontier.
Does that really work, though?
It does work.
It does? Okay.
And I'm so impressed by this formula because look how pretty that is. That's zinc, and that's 11% zinc, but they've done a great job with this formulation. It won't leave a white cast, but it's going to protect your skin.
You have the skinnies right here?
Yes. So this is a gel formulation for people who are wanting something that's not so greasy. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, let me put it on you. And it's almost like a primer. And this is out of Australia. But see how this formula is really nice? So it's really pretty on the skin. And if you had an event that day, it makes the skin kind of glow. But it also gives good sun protection.
All right, we do have to go, so we won't have time for the last one. But just real quick, how often do you have to apply?
So every 2 hours.
2 hours.
Or after excessive sweating or swimming.
Okay, Dr. Dendy Engelman, thank you so much for coming in. That was great stuff.
Thank you.
Separating fact from fiction when it comes to sunscreens. We'll be sure to post your picks on our website as well, pix11.com.
Very important information. Want to protect the skin. Okay, so when we come back, though, she's got a